How about it, folks? I don't know if you can hear me or not. I hate the picture quality. YouTube's doing something with the quality of the video or something. Man, we're starting early today. Starting early. Sean Flanagan, Peter, I've been. Peter, how about you, man? Good to see you here. Dave Satek finally caught it live. Looks good. Sean Flanagan. What the fuck? Why early? I'm busy, says Cole Image. That's what's up. Do this right here. Let's go live chat. Called me, Peter, did you? My apologies, man. It's one of them days today, man. One of them days today. Got me trusty Red Bull handy. Got me a cup with some Crown Apple, some Jaeger. Pour up a drink. Do a little mixing. I mean, bleaches me out a bit. That's daylight, man. That's sunlight out there. Want me to put something on the other side? Yeah, man. March 27, 2005 was a day that changed me for forever. From that day forward, I've never been the same individual. Those of you that don't know, man, that was a day that my little brother had passed away. It happened to be an Easter morning. And it's something that I still haven't like gotten over or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't let it eat me up and like just tear me apart daily. But on this day is a day that I always sit back and make sure that he's known, he ain't forgotten. You know, everything that I am today, I owe it to him. You know, because had he not passed, I would not have got my head out of my ass and got on the right track and started doing something and started trying to become something of myself. Cool, Lemon, you ain't got to go nowhere, you bum. You ain't doing nothing. But instead of drawing it out and being late this evening, I figured, hell, why not just jump on early? See if I can catch some different people in here, you know? But yeah, the passing of my little brother, man, it made me everything that I am today. I'm not thankful for his passing, but I'm thankful for who it allowed me to become. Prior to that day, man, I didn't give two shits about nobody or anything. If it wasn't in regards to my babies or my family, I didn't give a damn. I wasn't one to try to help nobody. I wasn't one to give insight or advice. Honestly, I didn't give a shit if you sank or swam. It didn't make me none at all. So I wanted to jump on and just hang out with you guys a little bit. The world's crazy right now. I'm facing some crazy times. You know, this whole coronavirus bit going around, locking people down in different places and making it hard for people to get toilet paper and disinfectant and shit. Man, I'm just like, I'm at a loss right now. I'm like, what the hell's going on here, guys? Let me do something here. Bam. If I can get a pop-out chat going here, if I can read better. Aha. I can get a pop-out chat. And it can go right there. Full screen. Bam. Not that I'll be able to see that any better. Baby mine says put your glasses on. You whiner. I'm gonna put my damn glasses on. What the hell am I put my glasses on for, man? Get out of here. Yeah. Who said that? Irresistible Vapes says, I'm sure he's looking down on you right now, man. I'm pretty positive he is. I don't even think he's looking down on me. I think he's hanging out with me. He's like that little good voice that advises you to do the right thing, when you're fucking up. Because Lord knows I ain't made the best decisions in life. And I don't know whenever he passed, what made me to start looking at things differently. If it was a reality of, hey, man, you got people looking at you and you're setting an example or whatnot. Because I know I never felt like I was setting an example for anybody. I was just doing me, not doing it for anybody, anything, just doing myself. It wasn't until after he passed, somebody had told me, said, hey, you know, your brother said this about you, said that about you. He said you were his hero or some shit like that. And, it never really hit me that my actions or that I was a hero to anybody. Hell, I was a zero in my eyes, but apparently to him, I was a somebody, doing something. And I'd give up everything that I've ever achieved to this day to have him back again. I mean, just no questions asked. I'd give it all up just to have him back again. But I know he wouldn't want to come back, and he'd probably say, why would you want to do that for? Why would you want to give up everything you've achieved to have me back for just a day or two, But he wouldn't come back even if that was the case, because I know where he's at and what he's doing is far better than what we're facing and seeing here daily. I want everybody to know that dark days are here now. They're on us now. We're seeing it as a whole, as a country, that we're facing some of the darkest times we've ever faced. And modern mankind, where the damn near the entire planet has to just shut down the states. The United States of America is like coming to a screeching halt right now. But don't give up hope, man. Don't think that there's not a brighter day, because I promise you there is. This is just like a little reset button that has to be hit. It's unfortunate. It's sad. There will be casualties. We've seen it. But it's imperative that we do our parts to stay the course, like stay on par with what we need to be doing. And that is social distancing, staying away from each other, giving yourself 6 feet, all the advice that the state and local governments have given you. Do that, man. Don't be a jackass. I went into like CVS earlier and they had like every 6 feet there was tape on the floor. That's the spacing you needed to be between you and your other shoppers, other customers. And people were pissed off about that. Like being told to give distance between each other. And I told the lady behind the counter, I said, look, don't even worry about them shit. Now's the time you can be an asshole in the customer service industry, because it's not for your well-being, it's for others' well-being. And this is a time where we must not be selfish and think of others and do for others. Wash your hands. Make sure you're sanitizing shit. Clean up as much as you possibly can. Stay indoors. If you ain't got no reason to go outdoors, then fucking don't go outdoors. It ain't hard. H-Town Vapes, what's good, man? Representing. See you. Chris Chapman, brother, man. What's good? Vaping Miner. Just a season, it too will pass. You're right, it will pass, and it's gonna pass. Without a doubt, it's gonna pass. I know it'll pass. Trying to do something with my computer over here because it's got me all jacked up on my screen. I can't see shit. There we go. Much better. More better, more better. Raul Ramirez says, man, it's been a good minute since I caught one of your videos. Well, I'm glad you're here, Raul. Glad to have you back, man. I'm just hanging out with you guys, just chit-chatting a bit, having a drink in memory of my little brother, Steven. Rest in peace. But using it as an example as well to let people know, because after he passed, I promise you, man, those first 6 months, a year after he was gone, I was in some of the darkest places I'd ever been in my entire damn life. but I knew that I couldn't give up. I had to stay the course for them babies, and here we are today. You know, there's a lot of things that I've learned in 15 years time. 15 years is a lot of time. Like it doesn't sound like much. You know, you break it down in fives, that's 3 5 year intervals, you know, but in 15 years from where I was at to where I'm at today is like leap years, man. It's leaps and bounds. I can't believe how far I've come to achieve what I've achieved. And I couldn't have done it without losing my little brother, for one. I know that for a fact. But I couldn't do it without the continued support of you guys that are out there watching right now. You know, that the people are out there that believe in me and the vision and my mindset and my thoughts and views and opinions on things. Some people don't, and that's okay. I'm not asking for everybody to. I'm not asking for anybody to. Just the fact that there is some out there that do appreciate it and see it for what it is, I'm forever humbled and grateful by. Batman, what's good, brother, man? How the hell are you? Holy Grail, what's good? Said Houston's deep in the building. Yeah, Texas, man, the hometown love, the home state love is second to none. I don't know. The UK Pete fam, they give me a lot of love, man. I think Texas need to catch up because UK is showing me mad love constantly, you know. All day vape. That's good. That's good. Raul Ramirez asked me, what am I vaping on today? Today I'm vaping on e-liquid wise is going to be brown sugar. Let's see if we get that brown sugar from E&B and Gorilla Fruits. Focus, focus, focus. Get back here to focus now. If I come closer, will it focus? Either way, Wildberry, Gorilla Fruits, both from E&B. Rocking it. The Wildberry on the gear, Mono SQ, little DNA 75C device. Really digging this one. Just a flavorful damn vape, man. It's just nothing but flavor. It's not high wattage or anything, just a single coil rocking. The cookie, I got it on the top side light with the profile 1.5. Rocking too. Digging that one a lot. Of course, got my billet box. I gotta be doing something wrong because my shit's just all basic. Ain't nothing fancy about my billet box. It just got the stock doors, button. Yeah, I'm super excited about the cog mouth alone. What's the resistance on my gear? 0.5, 0.53. Irresistible Vape says, gutted. We won't have a show in the UK to see you this year. You know, but trust me, it kills me too, man, because Dubai was high on my list this year. I ain't going to say UK was top of my list, but Dubai was top of my list this year. And looks like that show is going to be canceled and pushed back as well, which is crazy. I'm not sure that it is because latest word is it's still a go in Dubai, but finding companies willing to have a guest out has been like second. It's been damn near impossible. If it does, I will be there. I promise you. If I can find a company that's willing, I'm game. But it's okay if it doesn't because there's far greater things of greater importance right now. Let's do this. Let's go. Same with that one, just a little bit upwards like that. Bam. There we go. Shouldn't be so whitewashed now. But yeah, things of great importance. Our whole country right now, the state of our country and the health and well being of others out there is far more important. I know local vape shops are doing call in orders. We can pick it up at the door to keep from the interaction with people. That's a good thing. I'm glad to see people abiding to that. Tonight at midnight, our local town and county that I live in will go in the lockdown thing that all the other cities are doing now. The stay at home thing where you got to be in kind of curfews established and only essential travel is necessary. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy times right now. Oh man. But we must stay the course and not let anything change our ways of what we're doing. I said last week that I commend and I tip my hat to Wodofo for releasing the cog mouth to lung with Matt from Suck My Mod. I think that's a positive sign. That's something that needs to happen. That's something we need to continue doing is to let people know that it's business as usual. Things are going to change a little bit, but we're not going nowhere. Vaping isn't going anywhere. That we're going to continue to release products. Products will be released. I just got the word the other day that two of my new projects are go aheads. And I'm really excited to see those come to market with you guys. And even in the trying times, that's one thing I told the companies was look, it's imperative that we continue to release product in these trying times to instill hope in the people and instill hope in the community and let them know and kind of set the bar and the mood for everybody. Let them know that look, we're still going to continue about doing what we're doing, and it's imperative that that happens. With all the negativity that's on the news today and all the bad you see, know that there's a shining light at the end of the tunnel, and there's faith along the way. I have faith in this community. I have faith in the American people. I have faith in people and humanity in general that we will surpass and we will overcome on this. Have I heard that Times Square vape lounge will have to shut down due to shelter in place? No, but JJ is a very dear friend of mine. The owner of Times Square Vape Lounge in Tyler, Texas. He's more than just a friend of my eyes. If they issue a shelter in place, he will do what's necessary and will abide by those laws. Why? Because he's an upstanding citizen. He does the right thing. I'm sure they'll have like a call ahead situation where you can call ahead and order your products, whatever needed. I did see the sign on the door that said at the time it was limiting the customers to 10 customers to including 10 people in the store, including staff. But with the shelter in place order that was issued today, Steve Thompson knows he resides in the same county that I do in town, that changes have to be made. But that doesn't mean you just give up and say, oh, you know what, I ain't vaping no more. I'm gonna go buy me a pack of squares or whatever. No, get off the gas with that bullshit. Cloud chasing flavor. Cloud chaser chasing flavor. Hey, Mr. Just Right, what's good? What's good with you, man? I talked to a minor about this. It's the fact that I've been real busy during the days. I could be on social media like crazy, but helping my sons with their online courses, making sure that they're staying educated. Because regardless of what goes around the world, it's still my responsibility to ensure my children remain educated. And the school district that they live in here in White House, they have some online courses that are mandated for them to do, and it's something I respect. I'm glad that they're doing it because they were so close to the end of the school year. I'd hate for them to throw away everything that he's learned this far. If we don't get back to school and things don't kick up, I'll just have to enroll him full time into an online course somewhere and allow them to continue their education because I don't want them to throw it all away this whole year just to be a wash. And I know a lot of people out there working, that have children at home. Call a loved one, make arrangements, but at the end of the day, don't do without because of your children. Like don't do without because of your job. I mean, like don't let your children suffer because of a job. If anything, let your job terminate you or whatever has to be done in order for you to provide for your children and education and being there, a safe place, a safe haven for them. Right now, crooks. I seen a comment the other day in Instagram chat. I don't remember what chat it was, but it's like a group messaging thing. Somebody had spoke of people stealing her credit card information or something along them lines, and said, "I can't believe people are still out there doing that." And had to remind the lady that look, in these trying times, if it's tough for the working man, that means the crooks are going to be more about because it's hard on the working man. You don't think it's hard on the crook too? So they're working double time as well, just trying to make up the difference from what they typically would do with the working man out there, making little licks here and there to make ends meet. Jake Freeman says they shut down school where he's at for the rest of the year. I think he's going to homeschool his children. Do that, man. Do that. And homeschooling your children, you may be able to help your child advance. Because the work that is given, and don't just do the work for them. That's something else. My little man thinks that I'm just going to do his work for him. No, I'm going to give him the problems. I'm going to let him find his solution to what he thinks is his solution, a way to solve the problem. And if he's right, let him know he's right. If he's wrong, then I'll help him address it and figure it out and break down the problem in the word or however you want to do it. It's craziness right now, man. It's sure craziness out there. But ultimately, we're responsible for ourselves, our children, and the well-being of them. My babies being home from school. To be honest with you, I love it. I love the time I have with them. You think about it every day that they go to school, the amount of time they spend in the school system as opposed to what they spend at home. This is a wake up call and a reality check for a lot of American households to look at your children and see how make you appreciate what the teacher does more. To be able to address not just one child, your child is one, but imagine all the other kids in the classroom that they got to tend to and make sure that they're good. So, these times like this really makes you appreciate what a teacher does and the importance they are to our society and the upbringing of our children. It's something I know I appreciate. Me and the missus, we've always done really good about having a very strong relationship with the school teachers and instructors, principals, counselors, whatever, to always be at the ready if needed and open conversation with them as well. Let them, hey, is he doing okay? Yeah, he's doing great. Or if they're having an issue, feel free to bring it up. We're going to address that accordingly. Steve, be blessed, man. Be blessed. What are you guys out there vaping on today, man? Is anything y'all seen on the market that has really caught your eye? Have most of y'all gone the route of the billet boxes? Are you still rocking your RDAs and RTAs? What are you guys using out there right now? Julie says, still running my dang RDA and intake dual RTA. Two bangers right there. You know, I've yet to try a dang RDA. Haven't tried one. Intake dual, though, I have got to try it. It's damn good. RTA. Alex Phillips says, intake dual on the clutch. Good one. Good one. Pulse 80 with the profiles. My go to setup, says Raul. Bam. Much love, brother. Still rocking my Aegis Legend, says Exquisite Bliss. I'm waiting for the exchange rate to improve so I can get a mono SQ DNA 75. Vaping Miner, Triad, QP25, Pineapple Rum, Upside Down Cake, Unicorn 3-in-1, Rebirth RDA with something different. Good shit. Jake Caliburn, Vaping a Caliburn. Jake Freeman says, vaping a Caliburn and the Hadley on the Therion. I haven't bought any vape gear for months. Understood, understood. Yeah, man, me, honestly, dude, I've been on like a super, hell, I purged a whole bunch of my shit the other day, you know, just to bring in some more income. To review anything to have for you guys to review, man, the Mono SQ is the only thing I've had come across my desk as of lately that's available for to have any kind of review done on it. Cloud Chasing Flavor says, got the Falcon King on the gin, Laser Wolf Neon. Good one, good one. I'm waiting on exchange rate to drop. Yeah. I don't know what to say about the exchange rate bits, you know. Raul pulled the trigger on a squid double barrel. Can't wait. Good deal, man. Good deal. I wonder what finish. Did you get like one of the brass finishes, a copper or stainless, or you just go with the standard finish that they got? They're all bangers, but Rebirth on the Drag V1 topside dual with a Dead Rabbit V2 says irresistible vapes. Good deal. This has been like my go-to right here, though, man. I've been rocking this one like crazy. Of course, the mono, dude. If you haven't picked up a mono, before I do a review on it, I'm gonna let you know that the build quality of this thing is second to none, man. I mean, it's just I can't find a flaw with it. Just using it, you know. I mean, I can do a review on it, but what is my review going to be? To tell you that it's a perfect device, that I enjoy it at 75 watts? I don't see what more they could do to it. A Vapor Miner says, Alex Phillips, Chris Chapman, Dave Satex, thanks for all that you truckers do for us. Absolutely. Thank a trucker. Thank a cop. Thank a paramedic. Thank a fireman. Thank a doctor. You know, if you go to the grocery store and you see somebody working, thank that person behind the counter because they're considered an essential employee as well. Joker, I see you like them Jennas, man. I'm glad you like them because I couldn't get any damn flavor out of a Jenna. Man, I tried and tried. I built it every which way. I asked everybody and their mother a good way to build a Jenna to get any kind of flavor out of it. It was just unattainable for me, but people like it. So if you love it, I love it. Chris Chapman says an RDA for vaping on a 2700L Thunder. Yeah, an RDA for vaping is a banging ass RDA. That's a damn good RDA to be vaping right there. Waiting for Gold Zeta, says Chapman. I got your Gold Zeta will be in route. It hasn't got to me yet. I know Haku had some updates the other day, but as soon as it lands in my hand, got you. Blotto intake dual drop solo. Really digging the Blotto flavor and vape was phenomenal. So I bought another loving Sad Boy Punch Berry E-Liquid Aspire. Good deal. I ain't vape my Blotto in a minute. I need to break it out, rebuild it. I almost did the other day. I almost built it the other day, but instead I built the gear. I would have built the Blotto had it been black. I think the one I have is gunmetal, so And e-liquids, man, if it doesn't come from E&B, I ain't been vaping it. That's just no other way to put it, man. That cookie, that custard, the Gorilla Fruit line is amazing. Their cake line is amazing. And of course, that Sabores de la Canto from Fogging Out the Batman, fire lineup right there. That's what I mainly rock my mouth to lung shit, is his stuff. Truth be told, man, uh, vaping that Sabores de la Canto, it has me more inclined to want to release an e-liquid and not like a multi lineup like he did, where he went through and did like 7 of them or 6 of them, whatever, however many profiles it is. Just do two, a just and a right, and then have them like in the dual 60 pack bottle, where one bottle is just, the other bottle's right. Dual profile, where you can mix them together and vape it and have one profile, or you can leave them independently and vape it and have another profile. That's something I've been really, really contemplating on, trying to find the right company to link with and make that happen. In due time, it will happen. I've had opportunities in the past, and I've passed on it. Twist e-liquid, it does like the berry twist, the lemon twist, stuff like that. Spoke with Mike over there. It was something we had talked about getting done. We may still do it, just it hasn't come to fruition yet. But find another company in the meantime. I'm probably going to do that. Any plans on improvement of the Unity? I would love to see more like it, man. That would be a joint effort between myself, the Vapor Chronicles, and Wodafolk, because I couldn't leave either one of them two parties out of it, seeing as with the Unity being what it is, uniting and making a great product. I'm sure it's somewhere down the lineup because of the 1.5 success of it and how well it's been doing on the market. If you don't know, it's doing pretty damn good. Uh, People really seem to like the warmer vape that they get off the larger mesh strips that are included. So that may be something we revisit. It's not something that's like screaming on the radar right now. I do have other projects in the works. And when the timing's right and the situation presents itself, if it presents itself, we'll move and act accordingly. Twisted Message 24 Pro on top of my Overlord make mod from God Mod Russia. Good shit. Jake Freeman, if you haven't tried Fogging Out the Batman's e-liquids, try it. It's one of the missus's favorite lineups, man. Like everything he has in that lineup is good. Some I like more than others, but they're all bangers. Irresistible Vape says you just blew my mind. Fire. It's honestly something I've been wanting to get done. I think it's something that needs to be done. With the Just Right name being what it is, and knowing that that stamp, when you see that stamp, if something's been has a stamp of approval on it. Finding time to get it done though, that's another thing, because with the two projects on the table right now, those have been full-time grinds for me. And I hate it because one of them I'm like late to the punch on. You know what I mean? It was something that was started way back when. We talked about it, we pushed it back, we pushed it back, we talked about it, we pushed it back. And now it's just like, look, guys, we got to get this done, or we got to make different arrangements to get it done elsewhere. So I think we're on the ball now to get this some bitch done and release it to the masses. I'm anxious for you guys to experience it and see it, because it's something, like I said, I've seen this, didn't vision, but I've seen the market trends and what they were doing way back when, and try to predict where the market would be. You don't want to be the first one through the door, but you don't want to be the last one through the door. I still think there's enough time left on the table, especially with the situations that are at hand now, that allows us to come in and release this product more so now with the situations at hand, because it's going to gain more attention because there's not much competition. And when you can gain the attention of people and capitalize on the fact that you have their attention, that's like one of the formulas to a successful product. If you're dropping stuff when everybody else is dropping stuff, it's hard to garner attention and hard to keep people to remain focused on that product and the name and what it's doing. So I try to express that to these companies, that right now is the time we need to be releasing something. Right now is the time it is imperative to get something to the table for the consumers out there to instill hope back in the community. Because again, guys, with me, it's never going to change. It's community over everything. You can take that ego shit, throw it out the window. You can take that fame shit and throw it out the fucking window. You can throw that clout shit and throw it the fuck out the window. I don't want nothing to do with none of that. What I want is I want you guys to have a more pleasurable vaping experience. I want you to be able to spend your money on something and know that when you spent your money on it, you spent your money on something worth a damn. Uh, that's something that will never change with me. The community is number one in my book. You guys are the number one when it comes to this whole thing. I don't give a damn about the subscriber count. I don't give a damn about the view count. I don't even give a damn about the sales numbers. Sales numbers are cool to look at, but I don't care about none of that shit. What I care about is ensuring that the few that did buy it or those that do buy it know they bought something worth a damn. You know, people are freaking out right now because the market's changing. It's a drastic change in market right now. The economy is changing. All this is changing. That to tell you right there that their core values, there's something wrong in their core values because they become dependent of the fame and their name and brand of whatever it may be. Man, at the end of the day, I ain't dependent on none of that shit. If I don't release another damn product, so it's gonna suck, but it's okay. That's not gonna stop me from getting up and making it happen every day. RBMKII, and that's why I respect you. No, that's why I respect you. Know that you guys are the reason why I do any of this shit. Raul Ramirez, man, I know you've been down from day one, brother. Nothing but respect for you as well. Please believe my mindset hasn't changed. The goal stays the same, and that is to ensure the community is getting the very best bang for their buck, that they can have a pleasurable vaping experience at an affordable rate. It doesn't have to be high as Eagle Snatch. Shout out to Minor Chappie on that one, I believe. To have a pleasurable vape. Boxcar Rick. Shout out to Waterfall. Absolutely, shout out to Waterfall, man. And those guys know they're family in my book. You know, I've done projects with other people, Dovepo being one of them. I enjoy Dovepo. I enjoy their business. I love their mindset. The owner of Dovepo, his focus, his core values as a human being is what drew me to them. And I do like that a lot. Silent Phase says, fam, you love them flat chains. Yeah, okay. Little story behind the chains. This one here, the smaller of the two, I bought this for my brother when he was like 16, 17 years old. And I bought me a piece and chain, and then he wanted this. He didn't want a piece and chain. He wanted a flat herringbone. And I paid more for his than I did my own at the time. And he loved this thing, but he got a kink in it one day and he quit wearing it. And whenever he passed, my sister got it. After my brother passed, I wanted it, but my sister got it. And I ain't going to take nothing from my sister, Geneva. Love you, girl. She had it, and she set it between two books flat, like between like a stack of encyclopedia stacked on top of it where that kink was to work that kink out of a herringbone. It's almost impossible to do. And then one year for Father's Day, she gave it to me as a gift and said, here, I want you to have this back. You know, I know it meant a lot to you. But I wouldn't wear it very often because me being a loudmouth that I am, hell, if I got into a confrontation or something and somebody did something, broke this necklace or something, it would really upset me. And I know I'd be pissed about it. So not wearing it very much, the missus went out and got me a bigger one, a little thicker one for my birthday one year. And I rock them both. I don't rock them both all the time. If you see me with both of them on, he's heavy on my mind. You know, it's something I wear my brother's necklace whenever I'm thinking about him. It's a way for me to remember him. You know, and don't get it twisted, man. Them fuckers are heavy on the neck, dude. Like they're super heavy. But it's something I do. Just it's just if you know, you know. If you see me with both necklaces on, you know that I'm my brother's heavy on my mind. I'm thinking about him. If I'm rocking one, it's cool, you know. But if I'm rocking both of them, please believe I'm thinking heavy on my brother. And typically between January 26th and March 27th, you're going to see me rocking both chains. That's not a long period of time, but it's a time for me. It's like a season of mourning of such because it's from his birthday to the day he passed. Those are two of the most important days of my entire life, even over my own birthday. Like, I don't even give a shit about my birthday. I care more about his birthday and the day that he passed. Normally, we would throw a big party on the anniversary of his passing. You know, like Kimberly would always have cake made and we'd have a little get together and, you know, drinks and all my buddies would come over and we'd hang out and we'd, you know, just I'd surround myself with good people with the situation the way that it is right now, the good people I get to surround myself is with you guys out there. You know, I get to enjoy you guys and have a good conversation with y'all. Boxcar, be blessed. Scuba says he got a roll. How about you, man? Scuba Steve for the win. I hope you got your package, Scuba. I don't know if you ever got it or not, but if you did, I'm glad you got it. So since I can't throw a big party and all this for my brother, the anniversary of his passing, uh, the people I hang out with is you guys. We're having our own little party. Drinks stayed filled up and keep on sipping. Christian says the guys from Mr. here. What's up, guys? Mad respect to all those gentlemen over there. Really classy individuals. Much love to them. Uh, Typically, we would hang out like on Saturday, have video chat. I think they're doing it Fridays now. And if I'd have known better, my ass would not have done this right now at this time. I'd be over there hanging out, chit chat with those guys. Shake, brother man from Signature Tips. And guys, if you're in anywhere in the vape world right now, he has something for you. Whether it be the top side SQ, whether it be the mono, whether it be the clutch, whether it be your billet boxes and your billet box accessories, he has covered all bases. Even the top side, not the top side, but the regular SQ. He's got you covered in all aspects right now. Dominique, my brother, mad love to that gentleman right there. Coil Image says no one hangs out with me because you're an asshole, Coil Image. That's why nobody hangs out with you, man. You're mean. P.S. Stay 1 mile away. See, the law says 6 foot. Coil Image wants you to stay 1 mile away. But that's what I'm doing, man. Just, you know, trying to have a good time, keep positive mindset, positive vibes. You know, I guess I need to rephrase. You know, I say it's the day my brother passed, but he did pass. He passed me and being the first to do something. Typically, I would be the one that would do something first, and then he would follow suit. He's my little brother, you know, follow doing what I was doing. And that's something I always had a hard time accepting was the fact that he took a step before me, and that is the step to an eternal life. To this day, I still haven't fathomed that in my head and grasped that reality that he's gone before me. Uh, it happened the way it happened, and I can't change it. I'm thankful for all of it, good, bad, ugly, or not. I tell you guys to be thankful, be grateful for everything. I'm thankful for everything. I'm thankful for all the opportunities that have been afforded to me after his passing. I'm not going to say it happened overnight. Like I said, the 6 months, a year and a half immediately after his passing was probably some of the darkest moments I've ever faced in my entire life. And even as a grown man today, I can tell you that there were scary times. I'm not a scary individual. I'm not one that's going to be afraid or timid of anything. But the times that I was going through right there, I've never been one to, I still don't condone suicide by any means. Who am I to say when my time is up? But my actions were suicidal in tendencies, to be reckless in my ways and what I was doing, not to intentionally cause harm to myself, but maybe others would have brought harm to me by the decisions I was making and what I was doing. Silent Fade, my first profile is on the way. What should I expect? It's not what you should expect. It's I expect to feel your wants and vaping with your first profile RDA. I hope it's something that you thoroughly enjoy. But like I was saying, my actions were suicidal in tendencies, like doing reckless stuff, being a careless individual, one who would act before thinking and before looking at the entire situation and coming up with a game plan accordingly, just flying by the moment, not giving a damn what the consequences were. And by going through that dark time, I learned there's a lot of things that I'm never going to do again and what to help my children with if they ever face the same situation. I always took it for granted and always, I had prior to my brother's passing, because I'd seen him March 5th, 6th, something like that, before he passed, for my oldest son, 16, his first birthday. And we had a disagreement. We had an argument. And I feel really weird sharing this with y'all, but hell, you're good in my book. I'm going to tell you. We had a disagreement, an argument over something. And I'd asked him to come back home with me and my mama to come back home with me and allow me the opportunity to help them. And he got really vocal with me and got pissed off at me. He's like, hey, look, that ain't your mom. That's my mama, because I'd been here and they'd been there. Like I'd left them behind or something. And we had a disagreement. We had a fight, and I put my hands on him and he looked at me. He was like, look, man, I ain't going to fight you. I'm like, you're my brother. I'm not going to fight you. And me being in the mindset that I was at the time was, yeah, you ain't going to fight me because I'm going to kick your ass. Like, that's why you're not going to fight me. You ain't going to fight me because I'm your brother. You ain't going to fight me because you don't want to get your ass whooped in front of your girlfriend. And, kind of stroking my ego at the time, I kind of ran with it. Like, hey, he ain't want it. He didn't want to mess with it. He knew the business. If he got with it, he knew what was going to happen. After that, I talked to my mom and I apologized to her. I talked to my sister and apologized to her. Talked to some other family members and apologized to them. Talked to everybody except my brother. And even whenever we parted ways and we left from that gathering and that event, I told every single buddy bye except my brother. I didn't tell him bye. And that's something that I've regretted every day since. He I had the opportunity to call him, pick up the phone, say, hey, you know what? Squash that bullshit. Know that I love you. You're still my baby brother. And I never did. And Easter morning, I got that call that, hey, your brother didn't make it. I didn't even think back even at that time. I didn't think about the fact of me not telling him goodbye or telling him, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I was wrong. And that's why I say, as an adult male today, those are probably the three hardest things I've ever had to learn how to say is that I love you, that I'm sorry, and I was wrong. For me to be able to admit that I was wrong to something takes a lot. For me to say sorry takes a lot. But for me to tell you I love you and I mean it, that takes a whole lot. I always said, like, hey, why do I get afforded all these great things now in life and not when he was here? You know, why did I have to do what I had to do then to provide versus what I can do now to provide? And it'll never make sense to me. They don't weigh out the same. They don't. They're not. It's like I had to make sacrifices, and he was one of the sacrifices. Like I had to suffer. I've typed it before. It said I've suffered some of my greatest losses before I ever had my seat at the round table with bosses, and I still stand by that. I suffered the greatest loss of my entire life before I was ever afforded an opportunity to be change and allow change and bring about a change to somebody else's life. So, like I said before, guys, like we're in dark times right now. We're in a trying time as a human race. Facing a very, very dark time. But do know that it gets better. Like it can only be dark for so long. It can only be down for so long. And whenever it comes back, it blossoms. It's like a flower, that dies in the winter and comes back in spring and shows its beautiful petals and vibrant colors of such and starts bearing fruit or fruit bearing trees. It's not something that lasts for forever. The trials and tribulations we're facing as the human race today is something that we can and we will overcome. How does that happen? We continue to do what we're supposed to do. We continue to seek advice from the wiser ones, those that know better, that do better. Seek advice from them. Do as you're told. If they ask you to do something, then do it. You may not want to, it may be an inconvenience to you, but know that the payoff in itself is life, is greater than what you have before you. It's a time to not be selfish and think, oh, I want to go out to eat, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. Set your personal needs aside and your personal wants aside. And think of others for a bit. Is it really necessary for me to go do this? Is it really necessary for me to go do that? Well, guys, my drink's about finished. I just wanted to jump on, give you guys a live a little earlier than normal. Let you guys know that I appreciate every single one of you out there. You guys are wonderful people. Have faith. Do the right thing. Know that it gets better. It will. I promise you it does. I'm going to do what I always do at this time. That is going to be to remind you that if at any given point in time you've ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know that you are a somebody in somebody's eyes and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every one of you. Stay focused. Stay healthy. Stay blessed. Mr. Just Right One is checking in and checking out at the same damn time. I'm out.